Hey duck hunters, thanks for visiting the website. Ted Williams here, owner of SOAB Hunting Company. I want to use this video to tell you a little bit about the company. It won't take but a few minutes. When I started this idea, actually 7 years ago, nearly, be 7 years in October, I wanted a decoy that would do things that nothing out there was doing yet, which still is true. I didn't know it was going to take me 7 years. I wanted a decoy that would swim, that would stand on its head like a feeding duck, and jump out and make ripples, which this one does. It does all three. It's a very natural looking. This is called the imitator because it does what ducks do. It really does imitate them. Swims, dives, jumps out, makes ripples. Ducks can't catch on to it. I wanted something that ducks could not catch on to. Standalone unit, no limitations on depth of water. You can even hunt divers with this unit. Depends on how much string you want to tie onto it. No pulleys and cables and poles you have to stick in the ground. Poles are bulky and time consuming and limit you to the depth of water. Standalone unit, you just set up, turn on, and let go, and that's what I finally have come up with. Hopefully you've seen some of the videos on the website. If not, go look at some of them that show you how it works and shows you working and how to put them out. The name of the company is SOAB, S-O-A-B. That's a mnemonic for share one another's burdens. That's based off of Galatians 6, verse 2. Share one another's burdens, and in this way you fulfill the law of Christ. That's pretty strong language. And I think that's the epitome of what Christians are supposed to do. So it's always been one of my favorite verses. I hope to make it a household name one of these days, at least among us hunters, to be a sober, not be sober. We know what that means. Hopefully that's true as well. But be a sober, S-O-A-B-er. To be a sober, in my opinion, which I came up with this, so I guess I can have an opinion. It requires needing to put off something or some cost involved anyway, whether it's money or time or something. It's very easy to help somebody when it's convenient. You know, anybody helps somebody if it's convenient for them or there's something in it for them, they're getting paid or something. Anybody will do that. But to be a sober, share one another's burdens, it needs to cost you something, and that's where it becomes difficult because everybody's lives are busy. Everybody's chasing their kids, grandkids, whatever around. It's very difficult to put things off for the benefit of somebody else when you know you need to be somewhere doing something else or whatever. Be a sober, in my mind, is to do something for someone else when it costs you something, just for the benefit of somebody else. Nothing in it for you. It's going to cost you some time and or money or something. That's a little more difficult for people to do, but that is what it's about. It's what we're called to do, is to share one another's burdens. In fact, one of the reasons I made this little video and wanted you to know, part of the funds from this, a good percentage of the funds from my sales will go into a fund just to do something for some people who've had some bad luck. Not necessarily poor, financially poor people. They may be, but that's not a prerequisite. It's just someone who's made the right choices, but had some bad luck. Poor people get a lot of help in this country. A lot of taxes go toward helping poor people. That's okay. That's not a prerequisite. It's just somebody who's made some right choices, but had some bad luck and needs a little bit of help. That's the people I'm going to try to help. So every unit that's sold, a good percentage of it's going to go to a fund to help somebody to help be a sober. It's going to be a lot of fun. Now, the name of the company is SOAB LLC. The reason I named it SOAB LLC with nothing else in there, well, initially it was going to be called SOAB Hunting Company. As things transpired through the last 7 years while this was being developed, it became apparent that anything to do with conservatism, whether it's anything in the name that may indicate you're conservative, leads you subject to targeting by the IRS. And it's a shame that we've gotten to that point in this country where you have to figure out what to name your company, whether you think you'll be targeted by the IRS. Not that I have anything to hide, who wants to be targeted by the IRS for any reason? But it seemed to have gotten to that point over the last 6 or 8 years. If you were conservative of some kind, you were subject to being targeted. It's a shame that the land of the free and home of the brave has gotten to that point where we have to fear our federal government, even trying to figure out what to name our company. But that's why it's called SOAB LLC rather than SOAB Hunting Company. The website does have hunting in it, but the name of the company is not. And that is a shame. But at any rate, enough about politics. I hope you will get you 1, 2, or 3 of these units. 1's okay, 2's better, 3 really looks good on the water. Hopefully you've seen some of the other website videos that show 2 or 3 of them working. It's really natural motion. I used 2 or 3 of these prototypes at the end of this year, this past hunting season. It's pretty incredible, the success that we had, and I have a couple of eyewitnesses that will testify to that. So hopefully you'll get you some of these in your bag to go hunting with, because you won't regret it. It's an awful realistic looking motion decoy. Thanks for visiting the website. Look at the other videos on the website, and hope you have success hunting with it. In fact, we'll probably have a spot to put some pictures of some of your success hunts on our website. Well, good luck. We'll see you on the lake. And don't forget, share one another's burdens.